Creating a social network as a prototype of the future ENEBRA system, I tried to maximally approximate its functionality to the future target system. I was looking for the opportunity to give project members the opportunity to create and implement their innovations that would solve existing problems and improve the quality of all the inhabitants of our planet already at the level of the transition period. Since we live in a monetary system, the implementation of projects at this stage will require financial expense for the purchase of raw materials, equipment, and expenses for labour and so on. I have already said in the main presentation of the project that most of existent public organisations live and develop at the expense of human donations. That is the most powerful factor for them to unite. None of them wants to share the money. In addition, as soon as any organisation begins financial activities, it immediately falls under the state regulation of the country in which it is located. Therefore, the organisation is forced to significantly limit its freedom of actions. Thus, such an approach would be a dead end for the implementation of the project. I want to offer you my own quite possible solution, based on the already created and working mechanism possessing quite impressive assets. I will demonstrate this possibility on the example of the framework programme for research and development called Horizon 2020, which was created on the basis of the Lisbon Strategy approved in 2000. People pay taxes in their countries. These taxes form the country's budget from the budgets of the European countries. Part of the money goes to the European development programmes approved by the European Parliament. Horizon 2020 is financed from the budgets of all the EU countries. There are 28 states and 16 associated state members. The main goal of the programme is to raise the competitiveness of the European states, to increase the number of jobs, to support scientific and technical progress, etc. The budget allocated for Horizon 2020 programme is almost 75 billion euros. This money is non-refundable and is given free of charge. Now, we will consider this mechanism in more detail. The programme Horizon 2020 receives from the state members not only money, it also receives so-called calls. This is the list of most important needs of the country's population in any technology or elaborations which are able to improve the quality of life of people and the environment in these countries. After that, these needs are considered by the Commission and are publicly posted on the website of the programme itself. Any company from the participating countries may submit its project for solving a certain problem by filling out the necessary package of documents. If the Commission, which consists of high-level professionals, recognises this project to be the most rational, it begins to allocate irrecoverable money for the implementation of this project stage by stage. The result is a commercial product that is implemented for money of those who paid for its creation, that is, ordinary people. Unlike the country's transfer of funds, which are collected from all citizens of this country, the calls, unfortunately, are not created by all, but by a limited number of authorized officials in this country. And as I said, the interests and needs of the officials, managers, and ordinary citizens are very different. In this regard, if you carefully read the calls on the Horizon 2020 website, you will find everything you need to strengthen control, reduce carbon dioxide emissions, produce aviation fuel, and so on. But these needs do not have calls for the reduction in the length of the working day with the possibility of increasing wages, although this is quite possible with the application of automation. I did not find the need to receive free energy, to improve the quality and accessibility of environmentally friendly food products, or to develop recycling of weapons of mass destruction. In order to stop this obvious injustice, I created the page Hierarchy of Needs. I suggest that each project member think about what is most important for him or her today. For someone, it is the accessibility of quality food products. For another, the need for affordable and quality accommodation. For somebody else, it will be the increase in the quality of drinking water from the tap, so he or she will not have to throw away money to buy bottled water. All your needs should be ranged in a hierarchy starting with the most important. As your needs are getting satisfied, you should cross them out and/or change their positions. You can do this an unlimited number of times. Due to this method, we will receive real needs and their hierarchy from ordinary people and will be able to form the list of really important calls. In addition, having received a clear understanding of what is needed, we shall be able to focus our attention on creating innovations that gradually solve these needs. With the increase of the number of members from a certain country, it becomes possible not only to create calls, but also to offer solutions in the form of innovations supported by voting and tenders held during the voting. Thus, without any donations, we are able to attract the finances needed to purchase everything necessary and to implement the created innovations.